Today, we're going to talk about a leadership tactic that really goes, as far as I'm concerned, like kind of unseen, kind of under the radar a little bit. But leadership is not just about being the one in front of the room and making all the decisions and being the speaker and the boss, so to speak. But I find that a true leadership quality is the art of listening. And there are a lot of facets that go along with that. So I want to dive in that a little bit today. The first thing I want to talk about is really when you're listening to someone, it means you're totally focused on what they're saying. You're not thinking about what you're going to say next. You're not judging them. You're not even thinking you know what they're going to tell you. And this is a skill set. You have to really train your mind to purely listen to someone without any judgment, without any response from the inside. And what I have found, like a little key takeaway here, is if you have like an emotion that comes up and you're already like feeling this emotion of what they're saying, that emotion is taking away from you fully listening to what they're saying. So the lesson here is to use that inner guidance system. If you feel an emotion rising up when someone is speaking to you and you're in a really important, in-depth leadership position conversation, know that that emotion is signaling that you're already reacting to what they're saying and you're missing out on what they're saying. And truly a leader that listens at a deep level is someone that's going to be able to connect with their team, with their clients, with their family, with those around them at a level that really makes the other person feel seen, heard, and understood. And I'm pretty sure that's an Oprah quote, but that is what we are all always striving for, and that internal thing that we always want, to be seen, heard, and understood. When you're able to master the art of listening, you are engaging in relationships where there is now a level of trust that goes beyond surface level relationships, and you are providing empathy. And those are such great qualities to have as a leader. You've really got to get in that perspective and in that mindset of where the person coming to you, where the person that you are listening to is coming from. And if you cannot do that unless you really focus on the other person and their perspective and know, hey, I don't really quite get why they're upset about this right now, but there is something in them that's creating some emotion that they felt that they wanted to come to me and say this. And as their leader, I need to sit in a place of empathy and try to feel and lean into and understand where they're coming from. And then the level of communication deepens. And that's really where a lot of problem-solving strategies can happen, just based on deeply listening to another person. Listening really promotes problem-solving strategies. So I can't emphasize this enough. Whether you are problem-solving over the dinner table with your family, whether you're problem-solving out in the world in a business relationship, really that art of listening and that deepness of the connection is what allows you to grow. Listen to the other person and problem solve, because when someone has a desire, when someone has a need, when someone has a concern, we can't just act like it doesn't matter or it's not part of our world. If they are connected to us, if they're in our inner circle or it's someone we work with or we are connected to in some way, whether we agree or not with what they're saying, we still have to listen and find that place where we can find that synergy and really understand, how do we problem solve through this? And if you're sitting there just wondering what the next thing is that's going to come out of your mouth, or how you're going to rebut what they're saying because you don't think it's truth or you don't think that's the right thing of how the situation happened, really, you're the one cutting short the relationship, because they're coming to you, and in order to move forward and problem solve and make your team stronger and knitted at a deep level, which really promotes growth and overall success, then you've got to be the one to take a step back, take a deep breath before you go into tough conversations, and let your emotions really be the guide to how well are you listening.